So now, to structure our depreciation schedule, we have to account for the opening balances of these capital expenditures. So it's gonna be whatever the percent of capex year is. So we know that it's 0.2% for this class of capex. So we could call it class A, class B, class C. Depreciating under certain rules. So in this case, we could call this class A. Copy all the way down. Class D and class E. So we're gonna be depreciating these assets under these different classes. So for the class A, is equal to class A class B just like that, class C class E, then class E. So we are depreciating these assets under these different classes. So we begin with class A. It's gonna be equal to the percent of capex, percent of capital expenditures. We take the number and we multiply it by K21. We multiply it by our total level cost, which is the asset which will be depreciated under the class. Reference that K21 with F1. Then we can do the same for class B. We take the number, we multiply it by K21 reference with F1. Do the same for class C. Actually, it's supposed to be one cell below. Take this number, multiply it by K21 reference with F1. And then for class C, we have to do that manually each time. Take that number, multiply it by K21. Then for class D, take that number, that percent of capex, and we multiply it by K21. Class E, take this and we multiply it by K21 reference with F1. So under the CCA tax, we are allowed to depreciate certain number of items or certain kind of equipments that generate revenue at this level of depreciation. So in different jurisdictions, governments allow for tax depreciation, which is totally different from the accounting depreciation. So for the tax depreciation, we always have that amount much more higher than an accounting depreciation, so that it can deplete your operating income for tax purposes. So whatever you had as an operating income, we're gonna deplete that income using the tax basis of the CCA tax, so that you might pay less taxes as a result. So that's why this is one of the concessions that is granted by governments to assist companies in depleting their assets over time using the tax depreciation. So this is why we set it up to be like this. So pretty much that's it for this, and in the next video we'll be simulating this depreciation number and how this is carried on into the future, and how much later on this total depreciation will affect our taxes going forward. So what this project will be paying as taxes in the future will depend on this total depreciation, which we will simulate here as a tax depreciation that is granted by governments in different jurisdictions. In Canada, we always have a CCA tax, which is the capital cost allowance, that grants you the access to deplete your assets to a certain degree based on the class that your assets fall under. So you deplete your assets based on the class your assets fall under. And also, we also have a half-year rule that also allows you to deplete your assets based on that half-year rule, and then you can carry the balance of that capital cost allowance forward into the future. So pretty much that's it for this capital cost allowance, and it could be very complex at this level, where we just use this to deplete the operating income, and also calculate how it is used, and also to determine how it impacts our taxable income going forward. So hopefully I see you in the next videos.